Hi, y'all. Let me put you down a little bit, honey. Okay. Now I'm straight. Good morning, y'all. Well, it's afternoon here in Kuwait. It's morning, I know, in America. So, I'm trying to get my life together. My Wi-Fi has been acting up for the last, 3 days. 3 days. And so today I'm going to try to record some videos and post in my fashion group and post in Wifey for Lifey group and post in Blog with Kim group. Y'all know I have a lot going on. Hi, I'm an entrepreneur. Still always will be a teacher. But is tough. Well, it's not too tough because I get to do this. I don't have to worry oh my gosh, if I don't make this month, bills won't be paid. It ain't like that, but still I'm passionate about what I do. I quit my job so that I could travel, so that I could live my days how I wanted to, and I have to say God is good. I have a couple of health things that I need to address, but overall God has been good to me. He's been good to my family. He's been good in my marriage. He's been good in my career. He's been good to me, and so I can't complain. Everything is good. Everything is love. All right, so I'm coming to you today to tell you that Wifey for Lifey has a new YouTube channel. Now, the YouTube channel link will be in the description box below, and hopefully it's there, and y'all can see the link. If you can't, just go to the link after. I'm sorry, y'all. If you don't see the link, just go to the link after the video is done. And I just wanted to tell y'all why I decided to do a separate channel for my relationship talk and for women who are married or who aspire to be married. The space that's needed, because the have of relationships and men and the role of men and the role of women and how masculine women are in today's society, but yet they wonder why they can't get a man and find a man. They want to be the man. That's why. A man can't take care of you if you act like a man. He ain't never gonna pay your bills if you act like a man. You know, he's never going to dote over you and rescue you like a princess if you act like a man. I'm a boss, you know, so being feminine has nothing to do with not having a career or not wanting to be a mother. I've told y'all time and time again, I don't know what my journey will be with motherhood. Me and my husband are still kind of talking about that, but I enjoy my life because it would be selfish of me to have a child when I know I don't want a child. You know, not saying I don't want a child, but it would be selfish to have a child when I know right now I just want to travel, I just want to eat good, I just want to live good, I just want to shop. It would be very selfish of me to bring someone into this world and not dedicate myself 100%. But children is not out of the equation for me. I'm still young enough to have a healthy pregnancy, I believe, but I'm on the cusp. I'm on the cusp of hitting the wall, as they like to rephrase. I'm hitting the wall. I've been married a long time, and I'm about to hit the wall. So, children is a conversation that me and having daily. Is it gonna fit our lifestyle? Does it fit with our financial goals? Does it fit? Does it fit? Okay. Right, and I just watched a video from, that's a good point, girl, and I just watched a video from someone who told their female audience to have a child because they didn't want to be lonely when they got older. Yikes, that's not why you have children. You don't have children so that they can take care of you when they're old. They might, what if they die? What if you were in a car accident and you had 3 children? And all your children died in the car accident, but you survived. You still wouldn't have someone take care of you when you're older. How about this? How about one of them dies and you just have you had a bad seed? Because parents don't talk about this, but sometimes in life, when you have kids, you don't know what you're gonna get. Even though you might be raised right, you might have a really good marriage. Like, I have a really good marriage, and I don't mind telling people that, because people don't say that enough. People don't say I have a good marriage because, like, they're afraid, because marriage is supposed to be this big, hard, tough thing, and people don't say enough. Yes, marriage has its difficulties. Marriage has its trials, but marriage is, I would not want to not be married. Like, the stuff I would have to do on my own, no thank you. No thanks, okay? But no one talks about when you have a bad seed. You know, every child is not going to be great. Every child is not going to, you don't know what your child would turn out to be. It is but by the grace of God. It is but by the grace of God. What kind of children we will have. We have no idea what ability levels they will have. We have no idea. We have no control over that, okay? And so people try to put this perception that, you know, your children will take care of you. Yeah, if they're successful, but no one, you don't know if they're going to be successful. So she told her audience, she was like, yeah, it don't matter, just have a baby. Didn't tell them have your baby in wedlock if you possibly can. Mistakes happen. And we're not saying the children are mistakes, but when you choose to have when you have a baby and it was not planned, it was a mistake, okay? The baby's not a mistake. But your actions to protect yourself and to clearly think things through, that you did not think things through, okay? Because what people don't understand is you better be very careful. And for my young girls, older women, we know you're going to do what you do. But for my young girls, my teenagers, my girls who are in their 20s, do not have a baby with someone that is not your husband. Do not, look at me closely, do not ever have a child with someone who is not your husband. Because yes, there's a risk in everything, but you lower the risk when you align yourself with someone who has proven themselves to you. They have proven that they respect you. They have proven that they love you. They have proven that they are dedicated to you. They have proven that they are a provider. They have proven that they have morals and values. No one's going to be perfect. I'm not perfect. My man's not perfect. You don't have to be perfect, okay? We're never going to be perfect until we die and God perfects our body. And he creates a whole new world for us. We're never going to be perfect. We're never going to be perfect on this earth, ever. And so when you have a baby with someone who is not your husband, what you are subconsciously telling that man is, I don't respect myself enough to make you marry me. I don't respect myself enough to make you marry me first, okay? And not make, because you can't make no man marry you. We'll have these conversations on the Wifey for Lifey channel. So this is why I tell young women, do not have a baby with someone who's not your husband, because you're making your life harder. Because that man, he didn't. So why would he commit to the baby? I'll wait. Somebody answer. This is, to me, this is like logical sense. He didn't commit to you. So why would he commit to the baby? So if you become a single parent, no big deal. It ain't the end of the world, but don't do it again. Don't do it again, okay? Don't get caught up in a situation now where you got 2, 3 children by 2 or 3 different men, because it looks ghetto. And see, people don't talk about this anymore, but it looks ghetto. So what high quality man then is going to come to you and you got 3 children by 3 different babies, but you're talking about you want to be somebody's wife. So a high quality man's wife, somebody that has morals, has a financial plan, you know, has things going for himself, he gonna pick you. You are gonna be at the bottom of his list. So don't put yourself in that situation, you know. Don't put yourself in that situation. And older women should be telling younger women this, but the problem is older women don't want to be accountable for the mistakes that they made. They want to act like it's okay, like everything they did was okay. Everything we did was okay. No, everything I did in my 20s was not okay. It was not okay. And some mistakes that I made, I had to pay for. So bad financial decisions that I made, bad choices in friends that I made, those were decisions that I had to pay the price for. And so we need more older women, women who are on the other side of 35, telling younger women how to navigate in love, life, and career. You don't have to make the mistakes that we made as young women. They're gonna make some mistakes, but we're supposed to be here for younger women to lift them up so that they can live their best life, okay? So this is why I'm separating relationship naturally. I know some of you only come from my fashion, and I had to do a reflective process with myself and say, come on, Kim, be fair to your audience. Be fair to the people that support you. So I'm gonna be fair to you. I'm gonna separate my relationship talk from naturally fashionable, and I also have Blog with Kim. And they looking cool because I don't want kids. I know, right? Like, listen, I think the biggest thing a mother could do, the biggest thing a person can do is become a mother. So I'm not against being a mother. When I think of myself being a mother, I get warm inside. I'm like, wow, I could create something that reflects me and my husband. And me and my husband are solid because we've been together over a decade. So our relationship is solid, okay? It's solidified. But I like my life. I like shopping. I like eating out. I like doing what I want. I like saying, oh, I'm gonna go to Dubai. I wanna go to Bahrain. I like living like that. That makes me happy. And I wanna make sure that if God blesses me with a child, that I do right by that child, that me and my husband do right by that child. And because I'm already at home, that's not a problem. I will be home with my child at least the first 4 years, 4 to 5 years. I will be home with my child. So that's important to me. But yeah, I'm gonna separate the channels because I don't think any woman should tell another woman to have babies out of wedlock. I think that's very ignorant, okay? And I'm not calling the person ignorant. Hi from London. I can't wait to come to London. I cannot wait. I think anybody who tells a young woman to have a baby out of wedlock wants you to be miserable. And so that's why I feel I need my channel about what it's like to be a woman, what it's like to be a feminine woman, what men are attracted to, what men can't resist, because I have experience in that, you know? And I think that on YouTube, it's either one extreme, you know? It's either like, oh, be a hoe, be a gold digger. Not saying a gold digger is a hoe, but listen, there are very few men in the world who are wealthy. So even that concept is made up. There are very few men, and I mean few men in the world who are wealthy. So the concept of just getting with a man for money, even if you did do that, there's a price to pay for that, okay? Now, y'all know I'm not a 50-50 girl. I don't believe any woman who is married should be paying 50% of the bills in the household. That's a non-negotiable. My husband knows that's a non-negotiable, okay? Yes, thank you. So we gotta, when I come to London, definitely we gotta hook up. My husband knows that if you can't pay these bills, that's a non-negotiable for me. You got to be able to pay all these major bills, okay? You got to be able to pay everything I need in regards to a roof over my head. You got to be able to handle that. Now, I'm here. We invest our money. We save our money together. We have access to each other's accounts. But you know, if you're in the Wifey for Lifey group, I told you, me and my husband have 3 accounts. No, 4 accounts, actually. He has his own account. I have my own personal account for personal spending. I have my account for business because I'm an entrepreneur. And I have our account that we have jointly together where we pay the bills. He puts the money in there for me to pay the bills. And whatever's lacking, after he gives me my, you know, my spending money, and I make my own. Let's be clear now. I make my own money. And it ain't pennies, okay? I ain't rich, but I make my own money, and it's not pennies. He still gives me an allowance, like, this is for you. Get your hair done, get your nails done, go buy those shoes you want. So after he gives me the money, my personal spending money, and he gives me the money to pay the bills, he might need me to come in on the groceries, or because we have a budget. It's not about if he can pay all the bills or not. It's about, are we executing our financial plan together? And this is what we didn't do when we were young, because I met my husband when I was 22 years old. We didn't think about finances and all of that, you know. So we have a plan, and 2 salaries are always better than 1. And I believe any woman who stays at home, or who desires to be an entrepreneur, or who desires to be more feminine and not work like a dog, I think that you should have your own business. Everyone should have their own business. Everybody. Everyone should. Thank you so much. Every woman who does not have a career that she loves, like if you're a lawyer or a doctor or a consultant, or you work for corporate America, see you later, girl, and you love your job, there's nothing wrong with a woman having a career. But what I realized as I get older as a woman is, this is one of the reasons why I didn't have children early, because I knew what was I going to give my child when I had to be with someone else's child all day long. And then I would have to come home tired, frustrated, annoyed, and try to maintain my household and have a child. That just didn't work for me. That idea just didn't work for me. So that's one reason why I didn't have a child yet. Or I haven't had a child yet. But now that I don't work, I work for myself. I love working for myself. My business is thriving. We're doing well. Certain areas I need to improve in. But I'm so happy with, you know, taking that leap of faith and doing my own thing. And I'm so grateful to God for allowing me to have a husband that supports me psychologically, emotionally, financially, whatever I need, whatever he has to offer, he is there. And I really thank God for that. So this is why I'm separating this channel from the Wifey for Lifey channel. Go subscribe to Wifey for Lifey. The link is in the description box. If you want to use the bit.ly link, it's bit.ly/Wifey for Lifey tube. And the link is in the description box below. If you're interested in conversations about, I'm still going to bit about femininity, naturally fashionable, because I think fashion is more than just what you wear. That's the basic level. Fashion is how you represent yourself to the world, how your clothes make you feel, and how people react to you when you wear those clothes. So I still will talk about confidence on this channel, naturally fashionable, and sometimes we'll hit on, because right now we're doing the femininity challenge part 2 in my private fashion community, because you could change your clothes, but if you don't change your mentality, you still will not represent yourself as a feminine woman. And being a feminine woman is not being docile, weak, dumb, playing down your gifts or your talents. It's understanding how to use those talents and those skills and your personality quirks to benefit you. And so I just feel like I needed to separate the conversation so that my channel's not all over the place. So on Wifey for Lifey, we're going to talk about relationships, marriage, dating, confidence as a woman, and what you should require from your man. A lot of people think, it's funny because a lot of people think that dating is very different from marriage, but I don't find that to be true. I find that me and my husband are still on a similar journey that we were on when we were dating, meaning the older I get, the more I require. And silly, 23, 24, silly, and didn't understand some things, I may not have required certain things. But now, as a woman who is well into her 30s, there are things that I expect and that I require from my spouse for him to be with me. And there are things he requires of me for me to be with him. And I think that dating is very similar to a marriage. I think people like to put like marriage is so like everything's together, but no, marriage is also a dating journey, but it's just we're already under the covenant of God, and we've already decided to commit to each other for life. but it's still very much like a relationship where you're navigating, learning each other, and learning how to get the most out of your relationship. And for me as a woman, Wifey for Lifey is for women. It's not for men. Women should talk to women. Not meaning we can't have conversations together, but there needs to be a space for women to really talk about these things. Communication, how to communicate with a man, how to get a man to do what you want. How to get a man to be more receptive to you, to be more loving towards you, to be more providing to you. These are things that you need to know before you get married, okay? Because once you marry the wrong person, it's almost like too late. Now you have to divorce. Now you have to go out there and do it again, where you shouldn't have to do that. You should align yourself with somebody who matches what you desire. And we all desire different things from our relationships. So that's why I created Wifey for Lifey. It's just a needed space. You know, I just hear all these things that women tell young women, and it's really low class. It's really disgusting. It's really trifling. And it's really not going to benefit you. What is the benefits of being a mother with no one to help you? Explain to me the benefit of that. Why would you tell someone that? Why would you tell someone, oh, you're older now, so just have a baby? Just have a baby by any random, dusty, non-committed man, just so you can not be lonely when you turn 45. Who gives that kind of advice? Secondly, no one should feel pressured to get married because they feel like, oh, I'm getting older. The problem is second wave feminism has done some damage mentally to women as far as how they're able to interact with men. And I believe second wave feminism, I'm going to specifically talk about black women now, is a specific reason why most black women are not married. Second wave feminism. I would say it's second wave feminism, specifically why most black women are not married. Every other group places a priority on marriage except black women. Hear what I'm saying, and I have facts and statistics to back it up that I'll be talking about on Wifey for Lifey. But every other group places a high value on marriage except black women. And this is quite disturbing to me. So when I hear another black woman tell other women, don't worry about marriage, just let him plant his seed in you with no commitment, no plans for the future, you're not getting anything out the deal, you still doing everything, splitting the rent, cleaning the house, cooking. What are you getting out of this deal? I don't understand what you're getting. What is a woman getting out of being the mom, the cook, and then she still got to pay half of the rent? You're getting love? I mean, you almost could love yourself to that point. My theory. So I think that a lot of women are telling other women very detrimental things. I think it's really, really scary when I hear I agree, girl. I think it's really, really scary to tell other women to have babies deliberately out of wedlock. I think it's really, really scary to tell women, just live with a man. Let him have all of your femininity. Let him have all of your body. Let him have everything with him not doing a thing for you. It's weird. It's weird that we have women telling other women that. But I'm going to end on this note, and then I want y'all to go to subscribe to Wifey for Lifey, because I'm going to be taking your suggestions to talk about different things about relationships, about how women need to navigate in relationships, how we need to navigate less with our emotion and more with our logic, how to build a strong connection in your relationship. I think these are things that I learned later on in life, and now I'm going to be passing it on to the next generation. of women who are also looking for stable, secure, happy marriages. So go subscribe to Wifey for Lifey. The link is in the description box below. And on this note, you deserve to be someone's wife if you want to be. Now, if you don't want to be married, you've convinced yourself for whatever reason that you don't want to be married, you don't want to have someone to protect you, stand up for you, you don't want to create with someone under the covenant of God in marriage, you want to pay all your bills alone, you know, you don't want to be doted on, you don't want gifts, you don't want a man to say, I'm dedicating my life to you, I'm yours, I'm here to love you and make your life better. I understand why any woman would say that, but okay, hey, then it's not for them. But if you know you are a woman that deserves to be in a relationship with a man who is committed to you, then these are things that we're going to talk about on the Wifey for Lifey group, because everybody seems to care about marriage. I mean, and divorce is high in other communities too, but everybody seems to care about marriage more than black people. Even though this channel is not about black marriage or black whatever, I'm black, so I'm always going to give you some statistics on the state of the black community. But I have all kinds of women in on my Wifey for Lifey page, white women, Hispanic women. It doesn't matter to me, because I don't think black women are less desirable than any group of women. I think in the media, yeah, you know, we're the minority. Duh. So of course we're not going to be, black women are never, or I'm not going to say never, but right now we are not going to be the standard of beauty, because we are a minority group. Now, as far as worldwide, I think black people are the largest group. But if we're just talking about the United States, because I'm American, no, black women are not the ideal standard for beauty. But that should not stop you from getting married, living the life that you love, having a career that you love, being in a committed relationship, having children, doing whatever you want to do with your life. That should not stop you. Being black is not going to stop you from doing those things. Stop listening to people like that. I'm kind of over pro-black people. Pro-black in the sense is talk about white supremacy, whatever that is, and they want to talk about like the state of black people, but yet they tell you to have a baby out of wedlock. But you're pro-black. But you tell women to have children out of wedlock and to sleep with men who are not committed to them and who don't plan to place a ring on their finger and who don't respect them enough to provide for them and protect for them, but you're pro-black. That makes no sense. That's ignorant. It makes absolutely no sense. And thank you for saying I'm beautiful. I'm all right. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So that's it. I don't know what this video was about. Wifey for Lifey has a YouTube channel. If you are a wife, I'm a wife. If you are a wife, if you are engaged, if you are just single and want to become someone's wife, if you are dating, Wifey for Lifey is for you. It's our little space. It's our space to talk about how we are the prize as women. Everything men do, I agree with some women here on YouTube, everything a man does is pretty much for women. Big houses, that's why men want flashy cars, that's why they wear nice watches. Subconsciously it's to impress women. I mean, because men provide for their families and they provide for the women that they love, okay? And if a man is single, he still wants to look good because he's trying to attract women. So women will always be the prize. We have beta males who want to say that they are the prize. You have the MGTOW movement, men going their own way. Let them go their own way. They probably cannot offer you anything anyway. So we have all these little groups talking about relationships, but I feel like we don't have a balanced place to talk about relationships that's balanced and that makes sense and that's logical. So that's what Wifey for Lifey will be. I'm going live later on today to talk about Nappily Ever After, the movie with Sanaa Lathan, how she went on this hair journey. You guys know I'm natural. I can relate to the journey that she went on as a natural woman. And I want to talk about if men are attracted to women with natural hair. I want to talk about where I think women who wear their natural hair fit into the standard of beauty. And I want to give some tips on how to navigate that space, because my natural hair has never stopped men from inboxing me. You know, my natural hair has never stopped men from approaching me, asking me on dates. It's never made my husband run away and look for a long blonde girl. Like, so I think some of these ideas that are being put out into society are propaganda, but I do feel like women need to step it up with the care of their bodies, their hair, their style, their look. And we're gonna talk about that on Wifey for Lifey later on this evening. So yeah, thank you guys for joining me early in the morning. I know in the States it's afternoon here. And where is my husband? Because he should be off. No, he told me he had a meeting. I'm like, where is he? He usually would be coming in now. He told me he had a meeting. Okay. So I will see you guys later this evening on Wifey for Lifey. Go subscribe. We're going to have some controversial topics on there. We're going to talk about some touchy things. We're going to get deep. And then we're going to keep this channel for fashion and self-confidence and, you know, everything related to being an awesome woman. Okay? All right, guys. I will holler at you later. Bye. Subscribe below.